Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and welcome the 2016-2017 Lowell City Council-elect. If you could please be seated. Good morning, families and friends and invited guests, and welcome to the 2016-2017 City Council-elect inaugural exercises. Right now, I'd like to extend a special welcome to the family of newly elected City Councilor James Leary, who joins our chamber in a different capacity. He's familiar with the room, but he's here in a different capacity, and I'd like to welcome him and his family here today. And secondly, I just recognize another individual that's in here today in a different capacity after a long time. He's in here as a citizen of Lowell now, former mayor, former city councilor, William Martin. I would ask you to please rise and have Father Paulette of St. Patrick's Church deliver the invocation.
Father, who maketh the times and the seasons, the sun to rise and the sun to set, we ask you to guide us through this new year 2016. Let it be a year for our mayor and to exceed all in wisdom and wise counsel. And we ask that you would grant to the councilors patience and an abundance of integrity. Be with them in all of their deliberations. Help them, Lord, to bring the city forward.
Please remain standing and join the Lowell High School Color Guard in the presentation of colors in the Lowell High School Chorus and singing of our national anthem. Please be seated. I'd like to thank Lowell High School for the support here today, and recognize that I think the chorus has a pretty big week ahead of them this week with some competitions. I'm sure they're going to do well, and we wish them luck. At this point, will the assistant clerk please call the roll?
Counselor-elect Belanger.
Here.
Counselor-elect Elliott.
Here.
Counselor-elect Kennedy.
Here. Here.
Here. Counselor-elect Milanazzo.
Here.
Counselor-elect Rourke.
Here.
Counselor-elect Samaras.
Here. Chair recognizes 9 presents. The next order of business is the official notice of the election from the Election Commission. It's a memorandum addressed to myself, Michael Geary, as the city clerk, from the Director of Elections dated December 1st, 2015. Subject, official elections results. On Thursday, November 12th, 2015, the Election Commission voted to accept the attached official result for the November 3rd, 2015 city elections. The attachment election summary report outlines the results of the election. Rita Mercia, Rodney M. Elliott, Edward J. Kennedy Jr., John J. Leahy, William Bill Samaras, James L. Milanazzo, Daniel P. Rourke, Corey A. Belanger, James Jim Leary. I'd accept the motion to accept the communication and place it on file by Councilor Milanazzo, seconded by Councilor Samaras. All those in favor say yea.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing no yeas, hearing no nays, the motion, the communication is accepted and placed on file. I would now ask each councilor to elect to step in front of their desk and facing the rostrum. And I would ask the Honorable Judge Jay Blitzman, the first Justice of the Middlesex Juvenile Court, to administer the oath of office to the city councilors.
After I say the word "I," please repeat the names. I. Do solemnly swear and affirm. That I will faithfully and impartially discharge all the duties incumbent upon me as a councilor for the city of Lowell. My bad, Lord. That I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me as a councilor for the city of Lowell. According to the best of my ability and understanding. Agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution and laws of this Commonwealth. And this is the most important part. And ordinances of the city of Lowell. So help me God.
At this time, councilors, could you each sign the book that's present on the desk in front of you? No, on the other side, Counselor, yeah. Just sign it, and I'll fill in the appropriate information. Thank you, and congratulations to each of you. Now your great-grandchildren will be able to recognize your name as assistants in the progression of the city of Lowell. Congratulations.
Thank you.
His honor, I think, was in jury instruction mode at the time, and we'll have to slow him down a little. Next, I'm going to accept the motion to select a mayor. A motion by Corey Belanger, seconded by Councilor Mercier to move to the selection of a mayor. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Hearing no opposition, we'll move to the selection of the mayor. I would ask each councilor, when his name is called on the roll, to select the individual he chooses to be mayor of the city of Lowell. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council Belanger.
Edward Kennedy.
Councilor Elliott.
Edward J. Kennedy, Jr.
Councilor Kennedy.
Edward Kennedy.
Councilor Leahy.
Edward Kennedy.
Councilor Leary.
Edward Kennedy.
Councilor Mercia.
Edward J. Kennedy, Jr.
Councilor Milonazo.
Edward Kennedy.
Councilor Rourke.
Edward Kennedy.
Councilor Samaras.
Edward Kennedy.
Thank you. Chair recognizes by a substantial vote of 9 yeas, 9 votes for Councilor Kennedy, as Councilor Edward Kennedy as the next mayor of the city of Lowell. Councilor. I would ask Councilor Leahy and Councilor Rourke to assist the mayor to the rostrum to be sworn in. Councilor Leahy and Councilor Rourke would assist the mayor to the rostrum where Judge Blitzman will administer the oath of office.
Solemnly swear and affirm that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me as the mayor of the city of Lowell, according to the best of my ability, and understand, agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution and laws of this Commonwealth and ordinances of the city of Lowell. So help me God.
It's your turn.
Thanks.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Please sit down. Good morning and Happy New Year. Members of the state delegation, City Manager Murphy, honored guests, family, friends, city employees, and fellow residents of Lowell. I have a few remarks to make, but first I'd like to introduce my family, beginning with my wife Susan, who has been with me through lots of campaigns and has made lots of sacrifices, as I'm sure the spouses of every other candidate that's held elective office knows. And my daughter Christina and her husband Matt Miles, over here. My son Edward and his fiancee Ashley. And last but certainly not least, my buddy and my pal, Jackson Miles. Jackson will be 2 years old in November, and he's far and away the most popular person in the family. My two brothers are also here, John and Dan. There in the audience are several of my cousins and friends. I would like to introduce one of my cousins individually, and that cousin is Frank Heslin. Frank has been a strong advocate. He was a strong advocate when I decided to run again in 2011, And in addition to being a strong advocate and a great friend, Frank is also responsible for the tall green signs that show up on people's lawns every other fall. And those signs are a lot of work, as he often will remind me. It is an honor to stand before you today as the mayor of Lowell. Thank you for your support. I am grateful for the opportunity that you have given me, and I intend to make the most of it over the next 2 years. Each of us who took the oath of office a few minutes ago campaigned on a platform or a variation of a platform that included promoting economic development, remaining ever vigilant on public safety, maintaining a high quality of municipal services, and a continued effort to improve our school system. We pledged to do these things and to keep real estate taxes as low as possible. I mention economic development first because it must always be first and foremost. Economic development is the best way to expand the tax base and the only way to keep pace with the ever-rising cost of municipal services without requiring large tax increases. And as former City Councilor Bill Martin reminded most of us several weeks ago, none of us can keep those campaign promises and pledges alone. During the last City Council campaign, many councilors campaigned on the idea that the 2014 and 2015 City Council was a team, and that the progress that came about during that council's term was a product of teamwork rather than the individual effort of one or a few city councilors. By election day, most of the candidates running for city council were running on the team theme, or at least mentioning it in their campaign literature. The team was not just unique to Lowell. During the most recent municipal elections, 7 of the 9 incumbents on the Cambridge City Council ran as a team that they dubbed the Unity Slate. I am convinced that they got the idea from Lowell. On November 3rd, 6 of the 7 members of the Cambridge Unity Slate were reelected. In Lowell, every incumbent who ran for reelection was successful. Lowell residents want a city council that can work together as a team. A city council membership that can debate and even disagree without being difficult and disagreeable. Function as a team does not negate the need for innovative ideas and thoughtful solutions from individual councilors. The past city council benefited from Councilor John Leahy's focus on city streets, infrastructure, and neighborhoods, and from Dan Rourke's attention to public safety issues. Certainly, it was helpful to have Bill Samaras remind us that we should continue to collaborate with the university and business community on certain projects. I think the city benefits from Councilor Jim Milanazzo's financial benefit, and that all of us will benefit from the knowledge and experience that City Councilor Jim Leary has accumulated during his tenure on the school committee. Councilor Mercia, Councilor Elliott, and Councilor Belanger were also important contributors on the previous council, and I am sure that they will have a significant impact during this term as well. Going forward from this morning and over the next 2 years, this city council should try to function as a team. Lowell residents deserve it, and I think they have come to expect it. I also think that we should always remember that what we do in this chamber is important. Whether it is a major project that affects everyone in the city, a zoning change that impacts a neighborhood, or a no parking sign that only helps an individual or a family, everything we do here is important to someone or to everyone. Conventional wisdom has always been that everything trickles down from the federal government to state governments and eventually to local governments. The long-standing belief is that it is Washington and the federal government that shapes the national economy, that sets the political agenda, that provides public policy solutions, and ultimately determines our path as we move forward collectively into the future. However, there is a theory that suggests that the opposite is now true, and that it has been that way at least since the recession of 2006, and probably for several years before that time. Urban planners and municipal leaders who embrace that theory argue that the federal government has been gridlocked and unproductive for far too long. They assert that it is now the cities and metropolitan centers across the country, working in collaboration with institutions of higher learning, local banks, and the private sector, that have taken the initiative regarding economic development, job creation, investing in our infrastructure, providing adequate public safety, and equipping our younger generation with the skills they will need to secure meaningful employment when their time comes. In effect, the theory asserts public policy solutions and municipal innovations now trickle up from cities and towns to the federal government. Whether that theory holds true over the long term remains to be seen. But Lowell has operated in accordance with that theory over periods of time over the past several decades, and I would recommend that this City Council embrace the theory and strive to look for innovative ideas and thoughtful solutions to municipal problems over the next 2 years. The national and regional economy is stronger than it was 2 years ago. Lowell competes with other mid-sized urban communities in New England for economic opportunities. Lowell has done well in the past, but we must always be aggressive and more innovative than other New England cities if we are going to maintain a competitive edge. The economy fluctuates up and down over time, and we must act while the economy is good and the economic opportunities are more plentiful. That time is now, and this City Council should continue to challenge the city administration to maintain an aggressive and proactive approach toward bringing industrial and commercial development into the city. In closing, I would like to congratulate each of you on your election to the City Council. And again, I thank you for your confidence and support this morning, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you to make Lowell an even better city than it is today. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. The chair would entertain a motion to proceed with the election of a vice chairman.
So moved.
Motion by Councilor Leahy, seconded by Councilor Leary. All in favor? All opposed? So voted. Would each councilor, when their name is called by the clerk, designate the candidate of their choice by name? Mr. Clerk.
Councilor Belanger.
Daniel Rourke.
Councilor Elliott.
Daniel Rourke.
Mayor Kennedy.
Dan Rourke.
Councilor Leahy.
Daniel Rourke.
Councilor Leary.
Daniel Rourke.
Councilor Mercia.
Daniel P. Rourke.
Councilor Milanazzo.
Daniel Rourke.
Councilor Rourke.
Daniel Rourke.
Councilor Samaras.
Daniel Rourke.
It's 9 votes for Councilor Rourke.
The chair declares Councilor Rourke elected as vice chairman, and I would ask Councilor Rourke's wife, April, and children Haley and Zach to escort the vice chairman-elect to the rostrum where the Honorable Judge Blitzman will administer the oath of office. Slowly and carefully.
Solemnly swear and affirm. That I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform. All the duties incumbent upon me.
The chair would entertain a motion to adopt the present rules of the city council for 2016, 2017. We have a motion by Council Elliott, seconded by Council Milonazo. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So voted. I would now ask Father Willett to perform the benediction.
Lord, we thank you for having given us this council, for having guided them in their election process. We ask you now that you would be with them in a very special way with the gift of wisdom. Give them the gift of counsel and strength so that they may be for us the brothers and sisters who bring the family forward. We ask this blessing in Jesus' name. Amen.
And now I'd ask for the Lowell High School Chorus to sing God Bless America. Okay, so we just won't have them. All right, maybe we, okay.
I think they went to the mayor's reception room. I think we'll pull them back in here.
It did. Should we just omit it? No,
They're coming down. Here they go.
right here. Good things are worth waiting for.
You all to join us in singing God Bless America?
Please be seated. Having no further business before the city council at this time, the chair would entertain a motion to adjourn. We have a motion by Council Rowe to adjourn. Motion seconded by Council Samaras. All in favor of the motion? All opposed? So voted. The council stands adjourned.
Judge, you're going to stay for the Okay, thank you.